All right. Hey there, YouTube. Dubsarter here, and just bringing you a vlog from the new Road Glide special. I've spent some time getting to know her a little bit. I probably have right around, I want to say 300 or 400 miles on her since I bought her. And I can say that all of the issues that I was kind of complaining about when I first got on the bike, about nerves and all that kind of stuff, because this is like an incredibly expensive purchase for me. It took everything in me to actually bite the bullet and do this, but it's something that I've always kind of wanted to do, and I found a good deal on a used one, and it wasn't overly beat up or modified. This puppy is bone stock, and I'd have to say, since I talked to you guys last on the ride home, I've become far more comfortable and enjoyed this motorcycle so much more. Still having some kinks to work out with the suspension. As you guys can probably tell, and I don't know if this will go up before or after the video that I posted about my CTX, but I'm a bigger guy, and I just felt that the Road Glide fit me, but from a suspension standpoint, it makes things incredibly hard to dial in and get exactly where you want it. And I've been tinkering around with the shocks, and been watching some videos by Sean Smoke and a couple other people about putting the progressive 944s on it, and just trying to dial in that suspension a little bit more for myself, because I find that it's still pretty stiff, and I've got the preload jacked all the way up, trying to kind of compensate for my weight and stuff, and makes the bike a little bit taller too. And I you know, it's not incredibly different, but I mean, it is something that I do want to be able to flat foot. But aside from that small thing with the, and I guess I say it's small, but it's not, and it's not really small. Suspension is a huge deal on a motorcycle, but aside from that, like, I just absolutely love this damn bike. You know, the feeling, like, she's so smooth. Just some of the niceties, not having to like stop and start my bike to get into a saddlebag, or you know, just basic stuff that I took for granted in dealing with the CTX. And you don't have to on this one. There's definitely something out there to change whatever it is that you might want to change, but you know, at highway speeds, this bike it feels so comfortable to just want to get out and just ride. And the cruise control, great, it works just like a car. Like, I mean, I was very surprised with the cruise control. First time really using a cruise control on a motorcycle was the other morning for me, when I was going to work and it was cold, and I needed to get, you know, my right hand here out of the wind, and I couldn't do that on the CTX, which is, last year I ended up having to pull over and let my hand warm up, and I didn't have to with this one. I was able to set that cruise and clip along on the highway and bring my hand in and get some heat on it, and then put it right back out there again, kind of toggle them back and forth. It's amazing how stable this bike is and how smooth that cruise is. And I don't know, the more I ride this thing, the more I love it. I love the sound. I love the feeling on this bike. It's crazy. And this motor is insane. The torque on this motor is just crazy. But and I don't have any idea how this audio is going to come out, but you know, just some of the niceties that I was kind of discussing, just they make an incredible difference in the ride on the bike. And the comfort level, just having my feet, now that I've gotten some miles on me and I'm getting used to having my feet out in front of me, just the comfort level of being able to kind of move around the bike just makes the ride so much more comfortable. And against my my wife's wishes, I'm already planning different mods that I want to do to it. And there are a few things that I definitely want to clean up, like you know, the seat itself. I think the seat could be a little bit more comfortable, and I want to get me one of those ones with a backrest on it. I think that would be extremely comfortable. And I've already ordered up the Vance & Hines FP3 for it. The day I got it, I got the stage 1 high flow intake, and so that will be going on the bike here soon. I'll try to video that as I'm doing it. I know there's all kinds of videos online with different comparisons and stuff like that, and really there's not a ton of difference between this and the Street Glide, with the exception of the fairing being mounted on the frame as opposed to the handlebars. But there's not a ton of Road Glide videos out there for mods and stuff, and I find that Street Glide is more common. So I'll hopefully be shooting some videos for you guys, and you know, to all my loyal subscribers that watch me with the Honda and riding a Honda CTX 1300. I don't have anything against that bike. You know, there were some small shortcomings, but it's still a great motorcycle. And I hope you guys stick around and watch what I'm going to do to this one. And if not, I appreciate all the support you guys have given me thus far. And this was just a personal decision that I had to make for myself, and get my dream bike. So but yeah, back to mods and stuff that I was planning on doing. I'm really torn right now on exhaust. Like I've kind of driven myself crazy trying to listen to all these different exhaust videos and figuring out which ones I like, which ones I don't. You know, I'm kind of torn. Yeah, yep, my visor situated here, but I don't know, there's so many different options out there for exhaust, and I think I'm going to put the air intake on here, and I'm going to spend some time with the FP3 and kind of make sure that whatever I get fits with my long-term plan. But I definitely have some plans to kind of black some stuff out. I want to get the mini Aves, because I think it'd be far more comfortable for my hands to be somewhere right in here, being able to lean back a little bit rather than leaning forward like I am now. I want to be able to come back a little bit, especially when I get that backrest, and ride somewhere in here. But we'll see what they've got out there for that. And yeah, just small stuff here and there that I plan on tinkering with. And you know, this bike is going to be a bike that I'm going to have for years to come. And really hope you guys come along for the ride here and watch with me. I've got a lot of learning to do about Harley, that's for sure. Very different than a metric bike. I definitely want to get some more information on the Harley owners group, or HOG, I guess they might call it. Whether or not that's something I should really be getting into. And one of the issues that I've kind of always had was that, you know, I don't know a ton of people that ride. And so I shoot a lot of these videos and stuff, and I've started vlogging just to kind of join that community. But I still, I've always got that yearning to get out and actually ride person to person, you know, have people that I'm riding with. And you know, I don't want that to be an everyday thing, but that's definitely something I look forward to on this bike, is being able to do some of those rides in larger groups and participate in some rallies and stuff like that. And it was much harder to do on a Honda. I mean, I had the Goldwing Owners Association, and I've shot a couple videos with that, and I don't know, it was just not something that I felt extremely comfortable getting into. It's still a great group of guys, you know. They didn't do anything to put me off or anything. They were a really great group of guys that just really enjoyed riding. It's just that a lot of the stuff that they were doing, you know, didn't really jive with my work schedule, and you know, I couldn't really participate in a lot of that stuff, and that's still going to be extremely hard even with this bike, is to find something that kind of jives with my work schedule. And I got to do a little bit more foreplanning and thought on that matter. But you know, I feel like this is a good solid chunk of steel that I'm going to keep for several years, and I'm hoping I don't run into a lot of issues. I know people have complained about Harleys being reliable, and whether or not long term they're always something you're going to be fixing instead of riding. But from a lot of the research that I've done, you know, Harley has come a long way, and I don't think they're really any more or less reliable. There's a lot of rocks there. They're not any more or less reliable than a lot of the other bikes out there, you know, typical stuff that you're going to run into if you don't take care of a motorcycle. Obviously Harleys will have, and maybe the shake and the vibrations are cause for concern or problems. But you know, I really couldn't find a ton of things that people had wrong with this 103 motor. Like, this thing just pulls, and it seems to be a really great motor. And so I'm hoping I'll have this for years to come. I'll be able to add on to it, personalize it, make my own, and keep this for years to come, because I can tell you the thing's comfortable as all get up. The infotainment system, I guess I can kind of talk about that for a few minutes, but I really haven't played with it a ton. I paired up my phone, was able to play some Bluetooth music, so that was kind of cool. I did enjoy that. But other than that, I really haven't done a ton with it. I can tell you the sound system, not all that great. Riding around town and stuff, it sounds good, but any riding at speed, even 55 or 60, that sound system just kind of bottoms out, kind of useless. But that is something you can upgrade, and there's lots of stuff out there, and you know, it'll be something that I'll have to kind of figure out when it's important to me to kind of make that transition. I think that, you know, performance wise, I'm going to do a couple things. I might do some things for comfort with the exhaust, or with the shocks, and with the backrest and the seats, and then I'll probably just put some miles on her. I'm going to be ordering up the Sena 20S and putting that on my helmet, so when I'm riding with a helmet, I really don't need to worry about audio, because I pretty much run it through my Bluetooth headset anyway. So the speaker's nice. I'll use it for GPS maybe, depending on how reliable it is, and you know, that'll be about the kind of the most I'll do with it. So I don't know how overly concerned I am with it. You know, there's some small things here and there I might want to change, just little farkles and pieces that I want to change out, but I mean, this is definitely one of those bikes you can keep for 10 years and still have stuff that you want to do to it. You know, there's an endless amount of stuff to do to these bikes out there, and I think that the Harley touring models are becoming a lot more popular, you know, as they're getting out there. I see a ton of street glides on the road, and you know, it's something that I think these are getting a lot more popular, and manufacturers are just going to keep, you know, making parts for them. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to find a ton wrong with this bike right now. I think Harley did really a fantastic job with it right out of the assembly line. The windshield, I could take it or leave it. It's not horrible for me. Like I was showing you in my last video, I'm about 5'9", and so it's not terrible for me. But I mean, I definitely could see myself getting like maybe a 10 or 12 inch Clockworks or something on there if I'm going on a longer ride. But I really don't have to worry about buffeting too much. And yeah, I mean, the biggest issue I've had so far is keeping it clean. I swear this vivid black shows bugs like nobody's business. You hit a couple bugs and you can tell them they're all over the front of the motorcycle. But yeah, I hope you guys stay tuned and come along with me on this journey. Still want to do some riding with fellow motovloggers out there, and really love to sync up and do a motovlogger meetup this year. And yeah, got some big plans for this bike and for this year. So as always, guys, you can find my social media links below, and I want to take this opportunity to say ride safe, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.